We have the thumbnail on there, Daniel Ech. Spotify, the thumbnail, the rainbow, the square window. Right, this is political theory, okay? Right, we know about petrol, yeah? But listen, trust me, people, yeah? They're beginning about negative equity or negative rates, which means that if you get a loan from the bank or people come together, especially, do you know how fast we raised like 2.5 million or like comic relief and that, yeah? You raise money very, very fast. So even in Worcester, you got 200,000 people, that's £200,000 a day, you can raise it £1, yeah? And through the land, yeah? Why? Because somebody needs to buy the refineries. Somebody's going to go in there and buy the refinery anyway because they can buy it. They're waiting for a negative equity. They will pay them to take it off their hands. Yeah, it's the people's. Why I've got the Iron Lady in there is because people hated Maggie, but what she did say was society was fake. Yeah, and everything was privatised for us to join together for £1 in every day or whatever. And this is talking to the trade unions, the Galloways and that, you know, I'm not up there with them, which are the trade unions, to put yourself together and go in and buy the refineries, even at a loss, yeah, because they're paying negative equity, okay? At the end of the day, they're paying a negative interest rate or, negative rates, okay? Oil's in negative, but they're paying something at £1 in the pump to get away with the old cheap crap. Do you know what I mean? It's bound to go up because it's in balance with gold. Do you know what I mean? And it is a section of the political theory, second edition. This is the highly successful text previously entitled Political Ideas and Concepts, have been revised and updated throughout with addition of boxed exhibits and main traditions of political thought, included alongside new versions of those on individual thinkers in the first edition. So individual thinkers, people, okay? And it states, as you can see, I've already lined this, so, I'm not cheating as well. This was done months ago, okay? I was reading this. This was done when I was in Iran. Yeah, we're a bit out of there, sitting there. Iran, and what was going on in the Hormuz Straits, okay? And the geezer lent me this book. It can be argued, however, that in reality, the British Parliament enjoys neither legal nor political sovereignty. So legal nor political. And it's a sovereign state. It is legal sovereignty. Hold on. In legal sovereignty has been compromised by membership of the European Union. So our legal sovereignty has been compromised as we know it, as I've been growing up and as I've been signing petitions against certain things that the EU have put into place. Do you know what I mean? And that we've tried to remove, and that what out now in Brexit, okay? So it already states here in a book that precedes this, and it's obviously here in its age on, this wasn't predicted then. By the year I was born, we joined the EU. Do you know what I mean? I'm 44. So it says legal sovereignty has been compromised by membership of the European Union. As an EU member, Britain is obliged to conform to European law and thus subject to the jurisdiction of the European Court of Justice in Luxembourg. Tuning in. This was underlined in the Factor Aim case of 1991. When the first time the European Court of Justice declared British legislation to be unlawful in the case of the Merchant Shipping Act 1988. Oil. What were we arguing about in Hormuz about merchant shipping? Who's going to carry the merchant flag? Do you know what I mean? Now, British people, this is simple, really. If you know somebody that's got a high business or people with money or people that are connected to trade unions and that, get something on the cards rather than Comic Relief Day, rather than feed the BBC money, yeah? If everybody puts £1 in, the refineries are up for grab, okay? Because you can buy them at negative. They're waiting for the negative to go in. which Trump was on about, which means the banks pay you for taking it off their hands. So if you don't want to see your petrol car go, or you want to hand it down to your children but have no petrol to put into it because they're going to make you, or you're really not going to have no choice, really. It's got to go electric, which is a blag anyway, okay? It's not the Green New Deal. It's miles away from it, and I can help Michael Moore out on that one as well. It's called Earth, Air, Water, Fire. The four go together. You can't just split the earth from the water. Do you know what I mean? The water goes round to blow the wind, and when the wind stops, the water goes round to turn the turbines. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, and it flows that way. Not the way they've done it. They're on a quick slash and burn. Simple geography, simple money grab. Easy as that. I'm not saying I've got all the answers, but you have to stick all four things together. Think on the basis. Do you know what I mean? Quick money grab, go for one, and the rest of the weirdos with their biomass. Do you know what I mean? Biomass. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. At the end of the day, as long as energy is flowing, do you know what I mean? Yeah, water is one form, wind is another, and solar as well. So you have to put them all and compact them into the same place. You have to use the water system, the wind system, and the water and the sun all at the same time. Okay, you have to connect all these three things up, not just a solar panel to a battery. Do you know what I mean? Because you need water. You've got a water feature in your garden, haven't you? Yeah? You can turn a little windmill around with that. Do you know what I mean? And still create energy. Why? Because the wind stops blowing, the water turns it around at the bottom of the thing. Just think like that and then think on a massive scale on where all these windmills have gone missing. But with oil, people, you're missing that if you do not get organised. Yeah, I'm on a dole, but I'll give a pound. Do you know what I mean? But if you put a pound in every day, there's 200,000 people and there's 70 million people in Britain. Every day, £70 million a day for the next month. That means we've got millions and millions of pounds to buy a refinery. Not a share in it, buy the whole lot. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a negative equity. So you need some big businessmen that are going down now that are checking down whether the people have got it together. Rather than them feed us, let's say, chlorinated chickens. Do you know what I mean? In the future, are we going to take this big step here? So I'm watching. Galloway's on about trade unions. Even the geezer who's part of Labour is saying that people from the streets or the ghetto, the hood, who basically, like me, fluffed up their university and all that because of the system that I did not believe in at that time because of the things that were going on behind that I can see now as a TI as well, okay? And this is the answer, people, okay? You can make this money very, very quick. What's Comet Relief? 3 days, 26.5 million. Yeah. Now, the oil that comes off these boats, not the ground, it has to go through a refinery. If you look with your news, if you look with basically stock market prices and all that, forget that. They can't put it through a refinery because they're there to be snapped up now. Okay. So if this can go viral to any billionaire or millionaire, or not even that, the people put a pound in. Do you know what I mean? Somebody with a bit of brains, a bit more than me, who can put a bit more together, do you know what I mean? Or make phone calls and that to get something on telly so we can buy our British petroleum. Where's Mr. BP now? I've forgot your name as well somewhere. I've forgot your name, Mr. BP. Okay? I've got your name, one of the billionaires in this country. So otherwise, if you're a billionaire, we will save our pound every day in, day out. Otherwise, if we want it that much. Do you know what I mean? Microsoft supposedly, through multi-mass media, is worth as much as what our GDP is. Do you know what I mean? Okay? If people stick together, the people I'm today through my targeting, do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you think I'm silly, you think I'm daft. Yeah. What are you going to do? Wait for Boris to sort it out? Wait for Mr. BP to sort it out? Wait for the old school crew? Oh, we ain't selling ours because we're going to save it for a bit later. Save it for what? The technocracy that you're going to be brought into. Do you know what I mean? So they can fly it off into space if they want to go with it because you're not going to see it. Do you know what I mean? Okay? How far do you look into the future? I look into the here now. Why are you putting spirit into your car? with me? Corona, mindset, NNs, myxomatosis, mucous membrane viral disease. That's not me being crazy, that's in the dictionary. This book was published in, let's have a quick look, because I just got to look at the dictionary here, just 1999, okay? So in 10 years, and this book basically, well, I predicted when I was in Iran, I got something else there as well. Oh, yeah. It can certainly be argued that in the United States, legal sovereignty resides in the Constitution. They have a Constitution. We don't. We can make a Constitution if you bought the oil out. What, a Constitution of what? Well, we own the oil, the people own the oil, the people own the land, the people own the Queen Jewels. Why? Because they're the people's. This is the people's government as well, people, okay? You voted them in. I didn't because I'm a TI. They sent my mail vote late, okay? And I'm not going to mention no names or pick on nobody because, you know, we know he's got cognitive dissonance. Do you know what I mean? And I think Little Britain geezer said that, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? Well, I think it's right, but it's wrong, but it's right, but it's wrong. If it's right, but it's not wrong, then, yeah. Eating rifles, was it? Take a look in their artillery room, all right? With all that smoking potatoes on your chest, all right? Start smoking oil, people. Get the word around. Word around. I can't put it viral. Why? Because I'm gang stalked in my community and that, yeah, by weirdos. Do you know what I mean? Who think they're connected and that include up to the local constabulary, to the local Westminster police. Therefore, who I've already reported, not gang stalking to, but about 5G and about the electro harass and abuse, and basically just because that's what they fell for. Okay, all right, that's what it is. All right, it everything's still normal, but these people have told you so many lies over the years. That's been twisted and turned, twisted and turned, twisted and turned. Okay, to where now they're that twisted and turned that they've got CPSTD. These people. Do you know what I mean? And I can prove it through MIT. Have I got on the top bar there? Yeah, they've released it. Do you know what I mean? Cyber torture is out. Julian Assange on a skateboard, is it? Yeah, that as well. Do you know what I mean? Okay. And I forgive them. It's not their fault they're daft. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. And it's not my fault that this was already written in a book that people who study politics have studied. Believe it or not. Huh? Believe it or not, they have studied this book. So when I looked at it and we had the Iran thing, I thought this is all about oil because that's what the war was meant to have been about, weren't it? That's why we went over to Iraq. Oh no, it wasn't. BMWs, weren't it? No, weapons of war. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, yeah. Well, the lethal weapon is the mind, people. Okay, the brain in here. Okay, this is where the corona, the crown is. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there on oil. And then in future on this channel, you can tell me you bought it. Whether it was the people, because the Iron Lady Maggie Thatcher said society is fake. If society is fake, then we haven't got real people in it, then have we, boys? Well, sorry, men. Oh no, where are the men? Oh, it's Mr. BP, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, not helping us out, is he? Do you know what I mean? Hey, why is he not on the news saying? Do you know what I mean? We can do this, people. Stick a pound in each. I know you're a bit skint, but I could do with the extra dough to buy a few refineries that I probably already own. Do you know what I mean? You know, at the end of the day. So they're there on the market to buy, already there. Why? Because they can't get the oil to the refineries and through the refineries because the money's gone down because the COVID shut down. But you can still run around with petrol, can't you? Because that's because these people still go to work because it's started liquidity. Do you know what I mean? It's a pound a litre, is it now? Yeah. So a pound a litre, if everybody put a pound in, there's your muse, people. That's £70 million a day times 5. That's £35 million a week. That's 70. That's £140 million in a month. Within 6 months, Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And the British people have got a right to stand up, or somebody's got a right to stand up for us here. And so now I've got the British people behind me. Do you know what I mean? They're going to supply me over the next 6 months with £1 each. So I've got enough money to pay this because my name's British Petroleum. All right, Mr. BP or Mr. Shell. All right, yeah, calling these people out. All right. So if you people want to stick to these people, yeah, and I'm talking to my fellow people on the island, yeah, we're on an island, yeah, okay, an island, yeah. If you're going to put it up to these people that are just going to change the names to buy up the companies that they're for, which they already own, which they might be, when you've got a chance, instead of giving like money to kids that never see it in another country, for people to get organised and step up, yeah. Nobody's organised at the moment. I mean, I've been laughing all the time, really, because I'm doing it, thinking these other certain things. I mean, at the end of the day, but it all comes clear in the end. Yeah, your gang stalking hasn't worked. Your constant abuse of playing God with people has not worked. Austerity can work. Why, people? Because to buy ourselves out of austerity, £1 in each day. Yeah, and that's how it works. Even if I have to beg the pound, I'll put it in. Do you know what I mean? So somebody set a website up that's got a bit more. Because, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, how daft are you people? What do you think's going to happen here with oil and petrol? It went into the negative. Who's going to help it go into the positive and create competition? Not BP, not Shell, you. Okay? So I'm in the future. All right. Otherwise, keep paying for your pound whilst there's refineries sat there waiting to be taken through a negative. So they give you money to take out a massive loan. So people give up that's 70 million pound in a day. What do you want to do? Oh, we want to buy all the refineries back. Why? Because Maggie Thatcher privatised everything. And we want to go private. All that everybody in the land wants to go private. We all want to own this. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So privatisation is about. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, no, because everybody's business is private and all that, and it's got nothing to do with me, but it's got nothing to do with you. But it's got everything to do with us. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is not simple to do, but it's very simple when you break things down. Do you know what I mean? On what's happening to you and how you're being bowled into the electric car era. Do you know what I mean? Or how you're being bowled into the, what is it, HR 666 that I'd already spoken to on some of my videos that are already on here. Yeah, they've got access to your DNA straight away. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The next thing is to make you feel secure with them, with you, so that you feel secure having the jab. Okay. This is what it's about, entrainment of the brain. Okay. Uh, a show, an act, as Shakespeare says. The world is a stage. And if you're going to play a part in it, make sure that you're awake. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, and know what's going on and what you're missing out on. Do you know what I mean? Okay, there's a few people you can look it up now. If like this even gets anywhere, probably won't. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, my teacher once told me on my way to space on the Spotify, Daniel Lech, back in colours. Do you know what I mean? What's going on there, Daniel Lech? Come on Spotify. Come on, you know, just got to split that one out. But there you go. That's what it's all about. This bit, even it is that, yeah. People younger than me say, "No, we're saving all ours." What, to stick in a refinery that we don't own, whilst they're up for sale because there's a crisis there, because the people can't get their arse into gear, and basically make money every day to buy these people back out of their own businesses and their own industries and their own system. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, is it going to be the people, or is it going to be just BP and Shell, and then you're going to go on, and then you're just going to pay for their loss at a dear and more expensive rate. Mark my words. Okay. So I'll throw that one out there. It's not a business idea. It's not an ideology. It's facts. Okay. The Mr. BP man and Mr. Shell man, you should be well on this. We know what you're up to. Okay. You're waiting for negative, the banks to give you more money because it's in negative to give you money for this globalization and negativity to pay back. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, about time the people got together and started buying things back. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, easily done, people. You can give away like a tin of beans to an austerity program. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what it was. Let's face it. Do you know what I mean? Well, how many people haven't got no food now or whatever and have to go and get a bag? Do you know what I mean? I've seen it recorded when it come out. If you do that, then they would expect you to do it all the time. But they're saying we're not in austerity measures now. Go back to the election. They were saying, what things do you want to see gone? They said austerity was one of the last things I heard brought up. Austerity, which means to not care. I looked up before anyway, but there's an English dictionary, not through the English dictionary. Look it up. Austerity, to not care. So if you're in austerity, you've got to fight your way out of it. Do you know what I mean? Okay, that's not individually, that's collectively. If you cannot see what is happening and how you have been entrained and led down such a lane that they're testing how strong a nation is. Okay, do you not understand with all this and 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 all a big distraction? Do you know what I mean? Well, the real thing goes on and the real people get involved because the same people are going to go get back in there anyway without a vote. Do you know what I mean? They're going to buy it back unless the people do. They got to fight with the people. They want the fight, people. Do you know what I mean? They're seeing whether Mr. BP man's probably sat there down there now thinking, have the British people got enough to actually buy back their own products, to actually buy back their own stuff that they work in, make money from, and can work it out on a big scale? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is about coming together, and all I've seen is dividing, even because we know why this is happening. Do you know what I mean? It's all going on behind your back. At the end of the day, it's there right in front of you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I could start a cash dip, but nobody'd see it because gang stalkers and whatever and all that take it off the channel. Do you know what I mean? An idiot. He's off his head. Do you know what I mean? No. That's what's happening. That's what's going down. And that's the way it is. And I'll see you on the other side. Do you know what I mean? If these so-called people are that connected, which they're not. Do you know what I mean? They're just not. Do you know what I mean? Like me. Do you know what I mean? But I'll tell you something. They're nothing. The British people are missing out on the biggest political interception of things that we already own or are named after us. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. Just like in the telecommunications, if you want to look into that. Do you know what I mean? The street lights, like I told you, and you thought I was lying and I was crazy. Funny how that each one of those is worth money now, isn't it? Each lamppost is worth money. It used to be just to give you light. Do you know what I'm saying? All right. So think a little bit deeper on that. But I'll see it on the other side, and then I'll see the gas pumps, people. All right, keep whacking them spirits in, and basically see it for what it is, or see it for what it isn't. And what it isn't is what they're calling it. Do you know what I mean? And what it is what's there to be taken. But economics, this is the state of economics. It's as I've said before, Corona was a code word for an economic crash. And many things are prophecy, and that goes it's 2020, a cosmological reset. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, so oil has to come up to the same price as the dollar or gold. They're still tossing your head over the gold and the dollar at the moment. But, and Bitcoin, there's your diversions. Do you know what I mean? Take you away from the gold, the oil, to not know that if you've got Bitcoin money or gold, you can buy refineries if we all stick together. Used to be like buying back your mines. Do you know what I mean? Now we got the chance to buy it back. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. So that's just chatting it just to see whether I'm correct, which I know I am. Do you know what I mean? Because Mr. BP, he's got enough money to buy it back. Do you know what I mean? And Mr. Shell has as well. Shell Oil. I'm not sure whether they're back there or I don't care whether they are global anyway or anything. They should be thinking a lot further ahead than this. Do you know what I mean? All right. So there goes your chance, people. And it all comes from basically the times that we're living in. I'm no politician. I'm not, basically I'm just a normal geezer, yeah. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, yeah. And the dissing and gang stalking I've had and the idiots I've had chatting to me. Do you know what I mean? And you cannot see. And you're meant to be patriots or a patriot that is it or British or whatever. And you cannot see what is happening. Do you know what I mean? You really cannot see it. Do you know what I mean? Unless it's happening, which I don't doubt much look because they're just gang stalkers anyway. Do you know what I mean? And I'm talking to myself really because I'm trying to drag gang stalkers out with their phenomenon. And if you look on that online as well, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. So there you go. All right, let's see whether the symbols change at the gas stations after this or whether it stays the same. Then you know that when you're paying more for your petrol in the future, the person that's selling you your petrol is making money on the money that they put down to buy the refinery, therefore to refund the petrol. Okay? And that's why the price is going to go up. You're going to say, I've had to pay for the refinery. They make money out paying for that refinery. All right? So that's how we're going to do it. All right? I'll see you on the other side. Sweet. Jogging on a bit there, am I? Ta-ra, nice one. That's how it's going to work out. Trust me.